Why am I here? I am here because I love the Philippines and I love the Filipino people.
We're going to be talking about bullying today. It's really going viral. Everyone has been making a lot of comments on social media. Okay, and without further ado, I'd like to, on the line, we have Rafael Alunan, former DILG secretary. He has made a stance on Facebook, but sadly, okay, I think he was blocked. But without further ado, here's Rafael Alunan. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Pia.
Hi. Thank you for being on our show, sir. You know, Iñaki was, and I actually saw it on Facebook. Also, you made a stand and a comment on social media, but I understand that Facebook has also banned you for 24 hours. Am I right, sir?
Tama yun, Pia. Meron akong nakitang post sa Facebook tungkol sa bullying nitong batang Joaquin Montes, na miyembro ng Taekwondo Club ng Ateneo.
Correct.
Ngayon, that caught my eye because I am the president of the Philippine Taekwondo Foundation.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, and in fact, the night before I was just with the officers and the founder.
Yeah. So
of the
timely,
Philippine Taekwondo Association, Mr. Hong Sun Chon, and his key officers. And Mr. Hong is also, by the way, the chairman of Kukiwon, which is the headquarters of Taekwondo worldwide.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
bigatin.
So, nung nakita ko yun, sabi ko, my golly, ano bang ginawa nitong batang ito? Kasi nakita ko rin yung 4 na video na pinost sa Facebook ng mga iba-ibang...
Oo nga, iba-iba talaga sila eh.
At nung nakita ko yun, sabi ko, this guy is using Taekwondo to hurt others rather than to defend others.
Correct.
Or protect.
Correct.
Kasi yun ang tinuturo sa amin. Kasi ako, I also went through that. It's a way of life. We're supposed to be modest, prudent, circumspect in the use of our skills. We only apply it for self-defense,
right?
But never to hurt others or oppress,
Right. Isn't
This
there an
guy was
oath?
oppressive.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, so nagalit ako doon. And so hinanap ko yung mga videos na yon na sinabi nila was taken down by Facebook. So I found a GMA7 news report, televised. Ito sa television report that they posted on YouTube. So I grabbed that at linagay ko sa aking post.
Right.
At pinost ko yon. Tapos marami na nag-post ng mga iba-ibang video tungkol sa batang ito. All in all, I counted 4.
Right.
At in fact, sa isang video parang ang dating ng itong batang maliit parang nadroga o lasing.
Oo nga eh.
No, yung pananalita niya para mang he was drugged or drunk.
Right.
So that was really very disturbing.
Oo nga.
Before I knew it, the next morning when I woke up, sabi ng Facebook sa akin, we have blocked your post because it goes against community standards.
But why?
Sabi ko, pambihira ng community standards. Here I am standing up against bullying. Here I am standing up for responsibility and accountability. I'm calling for discipline. So what community standards were violated there? As a matter of fact, it is Facebook that violated my standards, which is expression of
your freedom of expression.
Freedom of expression, which is a constitutional right.
Right.
And also, they suppressed my moral and civic duty.
Correct.
To speak out against bullying, etc. So, sabi ko, mali-mali itong Facebook na ito. I do not know whether these guys are connected to the family of Montes or whether the Montes family has intimidated Facebook to do their bidding.
Right.
But clearly, yung ginawa nila, taking down my post, and it's not only me, ang dami palang na victimized dyan sa ginagawa ng Facebook. Ito yung tawa ko nga, it is in aid of the bully rather than in aid of values.
Correct. which is exactly what we seem to be losing nowadays. Really, where have our values gone? More so, sir, may batas eh. Hindi ba alam ng mga magulang o mga institusyon na may batas na tayo dito? Kasi bullying has been an issue that is so taboo at one point, you know. At the same time, may batas na nga, wala pa ba tayong ginagawa dito? How are we addressing this?
That's correct. There is a law against it. As a matter of fact, it was passed sometime in 2013. It's called the Anti-Bullying Act of 2013.
Right. I think it's RA 10627, if I'm not mistaken.
RA 10627.
Right. Act of
And,
2013.
it defines the act of bullying as any severe or repeated use by one or more students of a written, verbal, or electronic expression, or a physical act or gesture, or any combination thereof that is directed at another student.
Right.
Halatang kitang-kita na in all those videos
Right.
that this guy was oppressing and
Yes.
hurting.
And
his fellow
it
students.
seems like it's been going on for quite some time. Di ba? I mean, you're not just talking about one video, you're talking about 4 videos that have been going viral. So you
This guy's a serial bully, and
Exactly.
from what I read sa mga comments ng mga ibang Facebook users, yung kapatid niya, ganun din, bully din, at sinipa na nga daw from San Beda.
Oh,
That
okay.
is the allegation.
Oh.
And that, to me, the ones that must be placed under the spotlight are the parents.
Exactly.
Kasi anong ginagawa ng mga magulang? Ba't ganun ang mga anak nila?
Oo nga eh.
No? Now, nagtanong-tanong ako kung bakit ganun itong batang ito. Parang they feel like they're untouchable and entitled to hurt others, no? Ang balita sa akin, at chinek ko ito sa PNP, skalawag pala itong tatay.
Ganun ba yun, sir?
Oo, tsaka tinapon niya ata sa Mindanao for being a skalawag, and I'm looking into his background kung bakit skalawag itong lokong ito.
Oo nga.
No? Because the PNP should not tolerate that.
Exactly.
They should file, if this guy's a scalawag, they should file cases against him and kick him out of the force.
Right. Obviously, there's something going on in the family big time, sir. As in, 2 kids, you know, behaving this way. Diba? I mean, it's very telling.
Well, it's very telling, especially when this kid, the one video, this guy acted like he was drunk or drugged. Baka this this family is into drugs.
Right. But
And that's why it should be looked into, there should be a formal investigation. And all angles must be looked into. Kasi if this bullying does not stop, these guys will be tomorrow's crime stories.
correct, I agree. But if you're saying, sir, that you know, the father is a scalawag, wow,
Well,
parang lumalalim ng storya dito, sir.
Yun ang lumabas yung inquiry ko sa mga kaibigan ko sa loob ng PNP. Ang banggit sa akin, ganun ang reputation niya sa loob ng PNP. Sabi ko, nasaan yun? Nasaan siya ngayon? Tinapon daw sa Mindanao. Sabi ko, bakit tinatapon sa Mindanao? They will just spread the virus.
Correct. Di natin alam kung anong ginagawa niya doon, namomonitor ba siya doon, layo na niya ngayon sa atin.
At hindi naman mailatag sa akin specifically kung ano yung mga kasalanan niya, no, while he was as a police officer. But ang insinuation sa akin is that this guy might be involved in drug dealing or drug protection.
Ganun pala yun. Okay,
Yun ang pagkasabi sa akin. Kaya sabi ko nga, this guy needs a formal investigation.
Correct. Secretary Alunan, some people are saying, no, may special treatment daw pag varsity students. Tama ba yan? Ano to, special treatment sa school pag varsity student ka? Hindi ba dapat, sir, you challenge them more? Kasi they have bigger responsibilities, di ba? They have to, I feel, my opinion, dapat nga if you're varsity, you have to prove yourself more. Pero, and then, you know, you have to be more like a role model. Pero it seems, sabi ng iba.
Pia, I think what we should also, the investigation should extend also to the culpability of the school for preventing it, for failing to prevent it.
Yeah.
No, kasi apparently it's not the first video. Ang dami na palang kumalat, and we don't even know if the guy who took the video was on the side of the bully.
Yeah.
No, kasi
yeah,
para
who
bang,
takes
it was
video
meant
of
to
all
aggrandize
these
him,
things? Yeah, exactly.
No?
Right.
At imposible naman na alam ng buong mundo pero hindi alam ng institution at o hindi alam ng taekwondo chapter sa loob ng institution na yon.
Right.
So there's a failure to monitor.
But Secretary Alunan, RA 10627, the Anti-Bullying Act, says that if schools fail to implement this law, okay, private schools may face penalties under the law.
Yes,
Diba?
Except that we don't know what the penalties are. Baka mahina yung penalties kaya hindi pinapansin. So there's a need to look into this law and what sanctions are applied if people are found guilty.
Right. Congressman Mansur Del Rosario says that, this boy, Montes, is actually a failed representation of the beautiful sport, and you're part of that because you
Yes, actually, I've already recommended on my own as a member of the PTA. I personally feel that he should be stripped of his belt. Although he earned it based on his skills, no. But he also violated the tenets of Taekwondo, and that belt symbolizes those tenets.
Right.
So he should be stripped of that belt, and he should be expelled from the PTA.
Right, because I know every student of Taekwondo actually has an oath, right?
Yes.
And I think your Taekwondo student oath is, I shall observe the tenets of Taekwondo, like what you're saying.
Correct.
I shall respect the instructor and seniors. I shall never misuse
Correct.
Taekwondo.
Correct.
I shall be a champion of freedom and justice, and I shall build a more peaceful world.
That's correct.
Right.
And he violated every aspect
single
of that
one of it. So, sir, I mean, do you think your recommendations with the PTA would be highly considered, or it seems like on your end they're acting on it? Plus, of course, Congressman Mansur is also very.
We're leaning. Well, let's put it this way: the Philippine Taekwondo Association is very much aware of it and very upset about what happened, and they're certainly looking into that. We'll just have to go through due process para hindi masabi na kangaroo court.
Yes, this is where I feel sad though, sir, if I may tell you. Because a sport, to me, like as an educator, always encourage students or even, like family members or my own children to really get into a sport. Because it veers you away from peer acts that are not good for you, let's say like drugs and all that. But somehow you get into a sport and it's used in a negative way, and it's sad, right? Because now what happens to this avenue, it becomes corrupted.
Yes. Pia, I feel very bad for the victims and also for their families because they're scarred.
Yeah.
Psychologically, they're scarred, also emotionally.
Yeah.
And yet, I see a lot of warped comments favoring the bully or protecting the bully. Kawawa naman yung bully na binabanata ng publiko, etc. It's misplaced. Their pusong mamon is misplaced rather than focusing their attention on what this bully did to psychologically harm or physically harm his victims. But they're siding with the bully.
Yeah, because some lawmakers also say that we should not be shaming the bully. Right? But do you think people are actually shaming a bully, or they're just reacting really to, it's very blatant what this boy did, right?
It's very clear, and people are upset that there is no accountability and responsibility being applied. The principles of accountability and responsibility are not being applied, and that's why they're upset.
Right. What would you advise the parents of this boy who was bullied?
Well, Ateneo should call them in.
Yeah.
Because it's between this institution, whose reputation is being damaged, by the way.
Yeah.
And the student and the parents, because after all, education is a collaboration between the family and the institution.
Right.
And if the kid continues to give the institution a bad name because the parents aren't doing their job, then he should be expelled.
Right. Do you think he should be expelled immediately?
I think so.
Immediately na yata, no?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because his brother was expelled by San Beda.
Right. There's a track record, obviously. It's in the
It
family.
runs in the family. It's parang their DNA.
Yeah. Right. And do you think, like, with the parent, this boy who was bullied, actually, it took him, for me, he was more courageous. But I could sense that, I could also see, and a lot of netizens can see that also, the fear, diba, of really stepping up and telling the authorities. You know, why are we so afraid when we have protection from a law?
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. Most people don't understand, don't even know that there's a law.
Yun na nga eh.
That's number one. And number two, it's in the upbringing. Are we really teaching our kids,
What are we teaching our
to stand up for
kids?
the rights?
Yeah.
Are we building character?
Yeah.
Or are we infusing fear
Right.
and conformity?
Right.
I think our educational institutions should look into how they are molding their students.
Right. And specifically for the Ateneo, I mean, you know, they stand for being a man for others. Diba? You know, and I think that is an oath that every student should be taking seriously, which unfortunately for me, in my opinion, this bully didn't do that. What is your reaction, sir, regarding a Phil-Canadian father who challenged the father of the bully for a fight?
Well, yeah. Well, I don't think that would be necessary. I think
Yeah.
the best thing to do is for Ateneo to call in the parents and demand from them an explanation why their children are like that.
Yeah.
Because it's the primary responsibility of the parents to discipline their kids.
Right.
The school is just a shall we say an extension.
Right.
But the primary responsibility rests on the shoulders of the parents.
Right.
And so far, what we've seen is irresponsible parenthood.
Yeah, but you know, Senator Angara, Sani Angara also says that under the family code, schools are legally responsible for kids under
Certainly.
their custody.
Certainly, there's
Right.
no question about that. And that's the reason why I'm saying that because this kid is a serial bully and has harmed many of his schoolmates, Ateneo should not tolerate that. He should be expelled.
I agree. I mean, sorry. Hello.
Well,
yes.
Pia. Well, we should not allow bullying to take root in our schools because the consequences of bullying will hurt the victim and the family for years to come. Number two, if we allow bullies to continue what they're doing without any sanctions or tough disciplinary action, they will be tomorrow's crime stories. So I am appealing to all Filipino citizens, especially parents, to take care of your children, to make sure that they are infused with the proper values, and those that are into taekwondo, those who are teachers, to make sure that their students apply the values and tenets of taekwondo, of the sport. People should be held to account. If they commit to something, they should be held to account and be held responsible for whatever they do against that oath.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Pia.
Thank
Have a
you
good
so
day.
much. Have a good day, Secretary. Soon to be Senator. Thank you so much.